Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning. Happy Saturday and happy holidays to each and every one of you. Hope you guys have an absolutely blessed time with your loved ones, your friends. And I encourage those of you who are God-fearing like myself that you remember what this day to these next couple of days are truly, truly all about. I hope that you're blessed. I wish for you, me and everyone in the Crypto Caesars Home wishes for you everything that you dare to wish for in 2023. Shout out to the Crypto Caesars fam. It's been an awesome 2022, and really looking forward to 2023 together, growing together, layering in another layer of foundation for generational wealth together. It is going to be 2023 is going to be a really, really cool time. I want to say thank you to all the content creators in the community and the community as a whole who take their time and energy and resources to pour into me. And I want to thank the entertainers out there for entertaining. I want to thank the deep researchers who really pour into helping me level up as an XRP holder and as a digital asset holder in this space. You know who you are, and we appreciate you for sure. Shout out to Jimmy Valley and everything that he is doing. And if I said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. I believe that dude is a warrior in a garden. And trust me, it is better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. So I think we're blessed to have Jimmy doing what it is that he is doing. Shout out to all the people there in these committees and these subcommittees who dare to do something great. And it's not easy. It's not easy when you're out there trying to do something great, because the enemy is real and he will try to steal it from you. So I'm glad they're coming together and locking arms to share with the world the genius that is the XRP ledger and the digital asset, that the greatest digital asset ever created in XRP. So listen, guys, I'm going to cover a few things here on crypto, Twitter, Sam Bankman-Fried. Yeah, the dude put up no money, zero, literally just signed his name. Literally. How did that happen? Yeah, I'm just going to sign my name and I'm out. That's it. That's it. Literally, Jesse Hines talked about that. We'll cover that a little bit. So in any case, guys, this is your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. Let's go over the total cryptocurrency market cap, and shout out to CoinGecko.com. Screw CoinMarketCap. Shout out to CoinMarketCap. CoinGecko.com. They're doing some really, really good stuff. Love their app. Use it all the time. The site's awesome. Just to have just great things here. If you really want to get some good numbers and insight on what's going on in the market, yeah, I highly recommend you get the CoinGecko app for sure. Listen, the total cryptocurrency market cap is 846 billion. For the new people to the space and to the channel, that's down from over $3 trillion at one time in this asset class. 3 trillion. The Bitcoin dominance is at 38.4%. Yeah, that's not a great number. Bitcoin is trading at $16,861. Ethereum is at $1,220, and XRP is trading at 35 cents on the 7-day. Not much to report. Not really much to report at all on a 7-day here. If I go down the top 50, it's not really to report. Again, the market is just doing what the market does. Let's take a listen to Jimmy Valley here. Be an interview from the guy from Link2, the Ray Fuentes, which I think is really, really important. Again, I would encourage you, if you haven't listened to the interview with Linda P. Jones and Jimmy Valley, I would encourage you to do so. Like, you can't just rely on crypto Twitter. You have to level up. Like, who is this dude? Wouldn't you ask yourself, Like, who is this dude? I saw a tweet, and this is, and it's just kind of a point that I'm trying to make here. I saw a tweet. Someone responded in underneath this video that said something along the lines of nice, but who is Jimmy V? Now, this is a content creator. This is a longtime digital asset person. This is, I believe, an XRP believer, been in the space for a minute, as we like to say. No idea who Jimmy Val is. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just important that we level up. Like, wouldn't you ask yourself, who is this dude? Now, when you ask that, do you just continue scrolling down Twitter? Or do you go find out who the dude is? Or do you just hear a number and think, oh, coin market cap says that's no way that can happen? Are you really taking the time to figure out who he is? That's all I'm saying. Have you taken the time to do that? But there's an interview here. He's talking about they had a meetup, and again, this is me. My analogy is I liken to what he is doing. It's kind of very similar, obviously not with malintent, but very similar to maybe that Chris Dixon dude, who I believe was from Purpose Code. Just, put some people together, got some people together, and yeah, kind of made something happen. Take a listen to Jimmy.
We know about all the corruption that's been at the SEC. We know about the corruption at FTX, and they're paying off of politicians. With all this knowledge, it felt like it was the time to come back, reconstitute a committee, and even do a more thorough job than we did back in 2021. So, for example, this year we've actually we formed 2 subcommittees of the Confidential Committee. One is a valuation subcommittee with 7 professionals, got forensic accountant, investment banker, attorney, tip-top people who are going to do the process of figuring out. And we're setting the goal on that to determine what's the fair market value in 2030 to kind of get out of the noise that happens about, oh, it can't go to that and all this stuff. Well, once the lawsuit's resolved, once the adoption has taken place, and all these things that appear like obstacles and hurdles to XRP realizing its true value will have been resolved in 2030. So they're looking at that, those 7 people. Then we have 3 people that are on a technology implementation subcommittee that are really looking at how do we implement from a technological standpoint the actual transaction. So they'll look at things like when a participating token holder tenders into the deal, should they get an NFT back, and it's the NFT that actually receives the consideration, kind of like a receipt, like a digital receipt. So they're working on that right now. 3, people the community knows, like super sophisticated technical guys, very experienced in network development and all this kind of stuff. I think what they'll do once they kind of structurally decide how they want to implement it is put it out to bid, and then we'll go to potential liquidating agents and say, would you like to participate in this transaction? So it could be people like PolySign, JP Morgan, firms like that.
It's great to hear PolySign. That is a company or product available on Link2's platform.
What? Liquidating? What? Let me play that for you again.
Is put it out to bid, and then we'll go to potential liquidating agents and say, would you like to participate in this transactions?
I just, like, for me, when I hear that and I think to myself, how do you come up with putting something out there for possible bidders? Where does liquidating agents come from? And how is one, listen to this, how is one bold enough to say, like, liquidating agents like JP Morgan and policy. How does this dude go down that road? Because he's been down that road before. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's been down that road before. Roads that you and I didn't even know existed. He's been down that road before. That's what I'm saying to the fam. He's been down that road before. All right, guys, let me cover some more stuff here. I think shout out to Jimmy Valley. Keep doing you, bro. Keep doing you. So Russia, it's breaking news. This is from wellchart.org at wellchart on crypto Twitter. Russia to legalize crypto for international trade in 2023 to circumvent the Western sanctions. I wonder if they talk about things like that in that committee. I wonder if they think about the chess match that's being played and how the U.S. plans to respond. What do they have in the tool belt? Because ultimately, a new asset class is being built. Ultimately, a reset, if you will, is going to happen, and it's going to involve digital assets. So why might it not involve one of the greatest digital assets and technology ever created to move anything of value in 3 to 5 seconds for less than a penny? Interesting article here. Russia to legalize crypto for international trade. Russian officials announced that the country will legalize the use of crypto for international trade in January 2023 in a move to circumvent the Western sanctions. You got to think about what's going on today in the U.S. You got to think about that. You got to think about what they're telling us and what they're, more importantly, what they're not telling us. The Bank of Russia, which had previously called for a complete ban on Bitcoin and other cryptos, eventually voiced support for allowing BTC payments for international settlement in June. In September, the central bank agreed with the Ministry of Finance that it would be impossible to do without cross-border settlements in cryptocurrency. Got the Minister of Finance, got the Central Bank of Russia talking about something that we say on this channel all the time. When they hear crypto, when they hear Ethereum and Cardano and EOS and VeChain, this is what when we say those things, this is what they're hearing. Wah, 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 wah. But when you mention cross-border payments, the top G20 nations perk up, sit in the front of the seat, take notes, and pay attention. The move to legalize cryptocurrency for international trade is part of Russia's effort to diversify its economy and reduce its reliance, there it is, and reduce its reliance on traditional financial systems. Who owns that? Who's the number one player in the traditional financial world? Who's number one? Whose capital markets is number one? To reduce its reliance on traditional financial systems. By using cryptocurrency for international trade, Russia is potentially seeking to bypass financial sanctions and avoid using traditional payment methods such as the US dollar or euro. Your move, US, your move. We say it on the channel all the time. How are you telling me that the US, the United States, is going to allow a United States born, bred, and raised company with arguably the superior technology in the XRP ledger and the interledger protocol. And this Ripple net thing being built that could supplant or work alongside the SWIFT network. Are you telling me that that technology is going to be used abroad by Japan, in the UK, in the UAE, and the United States is just going to say, cool, we'll create our own thing? We'll put something together ourselves? That's what you're telling me. You're telling me that the US is going to let the likes of Ripple build central bank digital currencies and provide a way to have these CBDCs, which is common by other central banks around the world, and then allow these central banks to implement any kind of policy that they would like and work in partnership with the United States company. And the US is going to just say, cool. Doesn't add up, guys. It does not add up. Jimmy Valley, by the way, goes on in that interview to say that the suppression and or manipulation to not allow US investors access to XRP is intentional. He mentions the phrase cloud on contract, on title, cloud on title. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it means? Did you know that term is such a thing? Justin Alameda's ex-CEO tells the judge he hid billions in loans to FTX executives. Billion in loans. To create a token, they prop it up, manipulate this token, they borrow against it in the real money, not the and the real and the thing that everyone takes, USD, borrows against it. She hid billions in loans to FTX executives. What? Let me see. Do I want to cover Ben Armstrong? Let me do this. The Financial Services GOP says this: we welcome the U.S. Treasury's delay of the effective date of the digital asset reporting requirements from the infrastructure bill, as Chairman-elect Patrick McHenry called for earlier this month. This is a necessary move until there is greater clarity on their scope. The transitional guidance issued today signals Treasury's commitment to the formal rulemaking process. The Treasuries. This is critical to ensuring consumers and market participants are able to have a voice in the process. However, several questions and concerns remain unanswered. Committee Republicans will continue working toward a bipartisan solution to provide the necessary clarity, like Chairman-elect Patrick McHenry's Keep Innovation in America Act. By the way, Financial Stability Oversight Council put out their annual 2022 report just recently. And here says something I find to be very, very interesting. It says, in addition, though the existing regulatory system covers large parts of the crypto asset ecosystem, the report notes 3 gaps in the regulation of crypto asset activities in the United States. These are holes in the current regulation. First, the spot markets for crypto assets that are not securities. The spot markets for assets that are not securities are subject to limited direct federal regulation. As a result, those markets may not be subject to a regulatory framework designed to ensure orderly and transparent trading, prevent conflicts of interest and market manipulation, and protect investors and financial systems more broadly. To address this regulatory gap, so they recognize that there is gaps. They recognize there's not clarity and rules in place. To address this regulatory gap, the council recommends that Congress pass legislation that provides for explicit rulemaking authority for federal financial regulators over the spot market for crypto assets that are not securities. The council recommends that this rulemaking authority should not interfere with or weaken the regulator's current jurisdictional remits. What they're saying is they understand that there's gaps and they need Congress to begin to act. I believe 2023 is going to be an interesting time for people in the digital asset space. The question is, will you continue to huddle strong and strengthen your resolve? That's the key. Can't create generational wealth overnight. It takes time, steadfastness. It takes your ability to not only strengthen your resolve, but to know what you hold. We have to know what it is that we hold. It is massively important. Do your homework on Flare Networks. Do your homework on XRP. Do your homework on the digital asset space. Do your homework on the traditional financial system and where we're going in this reset. Are you prepared? Are you prepared? Let's do that together. Let's make 2023 our best year ever. All right, guys, listen, this wraps up the XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you enjoyed the Hangout, if you really, truly enjoyed the Hangout, please consider subscribing to the channel and ringing that notification bell so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it.